Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Senpai, and we were back for another reaction. I know it's been a while. I've literally been trying to do some series and stuff like that, and YouTube is just absolutely obliterating me. So today I'm going to be doing not one, not two, but three uploads to make up for it. I'm excited. But for this first video, we're reacting to top 8 new games of May 2021. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge gamer. Oh my god, I stream on Twitch every Monday through Friday. Like literally been gaming since I was like little, and gaming is in such a horrible state right now. Like gaming is in one of the worst states I can ever think of, at least. So hopefully this video will enlighten me to some new videos that are coming, some new games that are coming out soon. And let's get into it. See what games are coming out.
The new month is coming up fast, and we know there's some pretty good releases coming. Hi, folks.
Yes, sir.
And today on GameRanks, the top 8 new games of
Yeah,
May
GameRanks is
2021. Starting off at number 8, it's Subnautica Below Zero.
I've
So
never
the
played
original
Subnautica.
hit
It's coming to Xbox Series X and S. Ooh, I might play this. Like, I can remember watching people play it, and I remember people saying how scary it is. But I might get it. Like, honestly, I might stream it if you guys would be down for
early
that.
access back in 2014 and developed into a pretty awesome game. It is essentially the premier underwater survival game. Nobody has really done it better. But
Yeah.
where the original only had a couple of pretty small islands to explore, there's actually significant landmass here
Oh,
in
damn.
Subnautica Below Zero. That's of course not the title change. Below Zero certainly signals to you that this is taking place on a planet where there's ice, which actually adds
Really?
another level to the survival in which you
Damn.
have to avoid getting hypothermia. So just like in the original, you're going to be collecting resources, crafting tools, building bases,
Oh, damn.
building new ships, etc.
This is kinda
But now you're
cool.
also going to be exploring a lot more significant structures. The world apparently has more to offer in terms of like actual
Like, dude, if you guys really want, I will stream this, record and upload it on my main channel as like a series. If you guys really want, I'd be down to play this. I've never really played a game like this before, but if you guys want, I'll do it.
explorable locations. And I think the addition of a lot more land-based gameplay is going to make the weather a lot more important.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there is significantly
Holy
more weather.
moly.
You're going to be seeing, in addition to, wind, stuff like snow, fog, even hail. There's also
Dude,
a
this game
fair
is really
amount of new
beautiful.
gadgets like a booster tank, a mineral detector, and something that I consider probably obvious and weird that it wasn't in the first, but like a flashlight helmet. It looks
flashlight
like
helmet
a
wasn't in the first
worthy
game?
follow-up to Subnautica that adds enough stuff to it where it's actually going to be worthwhile to play, which
Yeah.
I will definitely be doing on either the PS5, Xbox Series X,
X.
PS4, Xbox One, or Switch on May 14th. And number 7
Yeah, I
is
might cop it.
Famicom Detective Club for the Nintendo Switch. These are some wild remakes to be seeing in the US.
Dude, I need a Switch. I still don't have one. I tried to buy one a few months back, but dude, literally because of like quarantine and everything like that, I don't know what's going on, but it's like everyone and their mothers are just going around buying all the Xboxes, PlayStations, Switches. Like everyone is turning into anime fans and gamers, bro. No cap. I'm just happy I was able to get my new Xbox.
These
But I want a
games that
Switch.
were never
I want to play that new Pokemon game. There's 2 new Pokemon games so bad. I need a Switch.
seen here. They are murder mystery stories. Essentially kind of visual novel, but like way before a lot of the norms were established in that genre. So there's some different stuff about it.
Yeah,
There's
I don't-
actually
nah, I don't know about this
two
game.
remakes coming out of what is ostensibly a lot of murder mystery. Like there's many more games.
Yeah, I was
they
never
could
really
be
into
drawn
murder
from.
mystery.
So the 2 games we are seeing are The Girl Who Stands Behind and The Missing Heir. In the latter, you are
So are these games just two stories, or is it different murder mysteries in these games? Like, is it just one mystery, or is it like 5, 6 mysteries per
solving
game?
a murder mystery in a haunted village, while in The
Yeah.
Girl Who Stands Behind, the former, you investigate a supernatural rumor at a Japanese school. These were originally
no
like
thank
fully
you.
text-based adventures. They did have images but they were so much more rudimentary than what we see here. Like, what we're looking at now is like essentially an interactive manga, and if nothing else,
Interesting.
sort of the excavation of Nintendo's history to try to make something different, I think is really cool. I have obviously never
Yeah, but
actually
to say it,
played
it
these
does have like
games.
that
I'm
manga
really just
feel
more
to
aware
it.
of them
Why does her
due to
lips look
Nintendo
like that,
history.
dude?
So like on that
She got
level,
damn
I think
fish
that it's
lips.
going to be really interesting to play. I'm probably going to pick one of them rather than buy both, but they are both coming out on the Nintendo Switch.
I wonder how much
on
they
May
will be.
14th. At number 6 is Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, which is a stealth PvPvE heist.
Wow,
which
really?
I'm gonna go ahead and say, just like that description alone makes me interested. in
Yeah.
it, but it's also
Like I can't. It's hard for me to think about like a lot of like PvPvE. Like of course like the big ones are like Destiny and stuff like that. But it's like to make a good PvPvE is really
got
difficult.
a really cool aesthetic. Like, it reminds me a lot of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice and kind of the way it looks. However, it's obviously
Dude, these next gen games look so good. Like I'm super disappointed that there's not a lot of next gen games out, but the ones that are out are just like, oh my god, they're so like visually
completely
pleasing,
different
dude.
type of game. Essentially, the way it works, there's 2 teams of 4 players. Each of these teams is attempting to execute a heist, which may be, stealing an item or
Really?
fulfilling some kind of criteria like that. These 2 teams have to deal with like guards and obstacles and
This game is out now.
other various environmental and artificial intelligence oriented challenges. It's obviously not just stealing, it's also getting away with it. And then once
Wow,
you take home
interesting.
your ill-gotten gains, you can invest it in perks, weapons, and cosmetic stuff. It is a game that you're going to have to purchase, but the content will be coming in seasons, and the initial price isn't too high. The entry fee is $30. The
Yeah, it's not bad.
year 1 edition is $50, and the year 1 edition comes with all of the battle passes for the first 3 seasons.
Oh,
some
that's
early
pretty cool.
access time.
I mean, if you
and
don't have a
some
battle
kind of
pass in
item pack.
2021, what are you
Each of
doing?
the characters that you can play as has various different skills in terms
Sorry
of
about the
physical
dog next
combat,
door,
but
Lord
as
have
well
mercy.
as mystical abilities. And apparently beyond the stealth elements, there is also some pretty brutal combat. I think this is a
Ooh.
pretty good looking
This reminds me of like For Honor, oddly. I don't know why, but it definitely has like a For Honor vibe
game
to
and
it.
something that I'm definitely going to try out when it
Yeah.
lands on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4,
And
and Xbox One on May
yeah.
10th. At number 5
game's out
is
now.
Miitopia, a role-playing game in which you play as your Nintendo
Oh,
Mii
my
avatar.
lordy.
Now, this is a remake of a 3DS game that came out back in July of 2017.
What the hell am
Some
I
of
looking
the elements
at?
of this game are based off a previous game from that, even called Tamagotchi Life. You may or
Yeah,
may
I've heard
not
of
be
Tamagotchi.
familiar
I
with.
remember used to have like my
Essentially, that's kind of a life
having my
sim game
DS
in
back in the
which you
day.
deal with various, I don't want to say Sims-like scenarios because it's not fully that, but it's
Yeah.
also not an RPG. Miitopia is kind of a combination of those elements in and added more RPG elements. So you
Mints,
have
yeah.
kind of traditional RPG turn-based combat. It's definitely a really unique game, and I think that it's cool it's coming to Switch. They've added a couple of things to it, like some customization options, and they've also added a companion
Yeah.
course.
I just-
which,
I just-
honestly, if this
I just never could get into like Wii games that has like that your me character or whatever it's called. I always thought it was a little bit cringy to me personally. Yeah, I don't know.
this is a game
I don't
that
know.
you're into, the ideas that it has is actually a pretty good idea. Nintendo's really idiosyncratic though, so it's kind of difficult to tell you exactly what this thing is and just like a little succinct thing, but it is
Yeah.
unique. I've always been more of a fan of like the larger Nintendo consoles, and when they merged everything with the Nintendo Switch, I was really happy because I knew that these types of games would cease to be like handheld exclusives, like you could play
Yeah.
on the TV. And so that's kind of what I'm excited about here. Miitopia lands on the Switch on May 21st.
Yeah, no,
At number
thank you.
4 is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which
I didn't know Mass
is
Effect's
a
coming
thing
out
that's
with the
been a
new
long
game.
time coming. Mass Effect has always really been this huge
Game,
series
yeah.
that is not terribly consistent between games. Not necessarily in terms of story, but more in terms of experience. That's what BioWare aims to address in
I've never played a Mass Effect game. Like these are one of those games that I would like watch somebody play, but I don't know if I would play myself. If that makes
releasing
any
this new
sense.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition compilation of the original trilogy. For me, that is enough to get me in the
The
door.
character,
Like,
I forgot how
love
ugly some
those
of the
games,
characters in
but
this game
I
could be.
hate going back to Mass Effect 1 because there are aspects of that game which are so frustrating. Impossible not to mention the Mako sequences, but a lot of the combat
know what you're
stuff is
talking
just like not good compared to the other games. Mass Effect 2 probably being the best, but in terms of graphical overhaul,
Is it open
we've
world?
gotten
I don't
a
think
pretty
so.
drastic difference in the first Mass Effect, particularly
I would assume
in
it's
the
not
lighting.
open world.
There is something about the original's lighting that is not good. When you look at it today, you're like, ugh. Overhauled that. Character models significantly better. Like, for instance, the Mass Effect 3
is this a remastered game?
Femshep, and everything just looks significantly better. Besides that, we see other quality of life improvements, like not restricting guns to classes.
I assume this is a
allowing
remastered
you
game.
to control individual team members like you do in Mass Effect 2 and 3, rather than just your
Definitely
own team.
remastered.
If you're interested, there's this huge post about things that they have done
Ugh.
to make
The
Mass
difference is
Effect
kinda
1
crazy.
consistent with Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It would be impossible to detail all of it, even in like a half an hour. It is a really detailed, really cool post, honestly. If you're interested in these types of things beyond just the fact that it's Mass Effect, like those sort of details, check that
Yeah,
out.
I don't
But
know.
ultimately, the real thing is that Mass Effect Legendary Edition is
Dude,
coming
that
to
difference
PC
is
Xbox
nuts.
One, May 14th. And number 3 is Monster Harvest. All right, so what do you get when you combine Pokemon and Stardew Valley? You get Monster Harvest. Essentially, you're making a farm, you're building, customizing a house, crafting furniture, crafting tools, planting and growing crops.
I might be
and
interested in this.
also collecting monsters.
Monsters, yeah.
Battling the monsters, and taking part in a world that a whole monster hunting and battling culture has arisen in. You've got turn-based battles, very much like Pokemon. You've got dungeons, and ultimately a foe in the evil
Interesting.
corporation Slime Co., which you're supposed to take down eventually. There's a lot of
Slime Co.
interesting stuff here, from seasons to obviously a large selection of monsters,
Seasons?
and the art style, which manages to take the kind of pixel art
Yeah.
and brings it into a sort of 3D mode. I really
Interesting.
like what it looks like, and I
Yeah.
think that it goes above and beyond what you might expect if you said, hey, what do you get when you combine Pokemon with Stardew
Valley?
Valley?
Yeah,
Which
you
is
think it's something, like,
exactly how I
super
started
ugly.
this up. I'm really interested in it. It's coming to PC and Switch on May 13th.
Might
And
get it on
number
PC.
2 is Biomutant, a game that we have been waiting on for a long time, and looks like it's
Oh.
finally going to land. A game that I think has a lot of potential to be a really cool game, because it's a big open world adventure
Dang, this
action
game looks
RPG
amazing.
where you build a Biomutant in the character creator, and like all of the traits that you select, like if it's a heavy Biomutant, if it's a light one, if you fly, etc., all affect the gameplay significantly.
Holy
which I
moly,
think is
dude.
cool. But the game itself also has branching storylines where the world sort of gets poisoned by this oil that comes out of the ground and messes everything up. You're out attempting to save the Tree of Life.
Dude, I hope this is how the game actually looks. This is stunning looking. Like, holy
and all
moly.
of your choices will change exactly how that plays out. I don't know to what level the story branches. We'll obviously see as we play it, but the gameplay we've seen, I think, looks really solid. It's one that
Yeah.
I think has a lot of expectation because, again, it's been around for a long time. So I'm super interested in playing it. It's landing on PC, PS4, and Xbox One on May
Damn.
25th.
That
And
game looks
finally, at number
great.
1, it's Resident Evil Village.
Village,
So
yeah.
this is a game that is set
Yeah,
a
I've
few
already
years
watched
after
Noah play
Resident
it,
Evil
dude.
7,
Like, it's
and
such a good
brings
game.
us the same protagonist, Ethan Winters. It does look a hell of a lot more integrated into the overall
was so good.
Resident Evil.
So far,
world,
of all the games that I've seen and played, this is definitely my game of the year so far.
but that can mean a lot of different things. We've
It's
got
so
a
good.
beautiful mansion, which is of course like the primary Resident Evil thing that we're
yeah.
dealing with. But apparently the entire village itself is explorable. And
Yeah.
in a lot of
It was
ways,
so
I think
good.
that kind of resembles Resident Evil 4, which a lot of people love. When they updated the controls for Resident Evil 4 in the remake, that's when I started to enjoy it. And I particularly enjoyed Resident Evil 7. So I kind of think that this is going to be along the lines of something I'm going to really like. And
Yeah, this
then,
game
of
was so
course,
good.
there's 9-foot-tall hot lady. So,
9-foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Resident
mommy
Evil
vampire.
8 Village hits on PC, PS5, Xbox
Sexy mommy
Series X,
vampire.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Stadia on May 7th. A quick bonus for you as well, Days Gone, the very, very good PS4 survival game, is landing on the PC if you are interested in that world and just didn't want to have a PlayStation 4, a lot of PC gamers are that way, and who can really
Bro,
blame?
PlayStation has so many good exclusives, bro. Honestly, so many great exclusives, so many good games coming out. There's definitely 2 or 3 of those I'm definitely gonna look into. It's starting off with that Subnautica. I'm definitely gonna consider playing that because that comes out in like 2 days. I don't know, but thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what I should be doing better in these videos, what else I should be reacting to. Join Discord. I stream Monday through Friday over there on Twitch. Have an amazing day. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.